We've got yet another exciting day of Stadia news to go over today, including a new game that just got leaked via the PEGI ratings board, a sweet Stadia Premier Edition deal you should take advantage of, and a new feature that's rolling out across Stadia right now. But before we take a look at all of that, we need to make a quick clarification on one of the Stadia Pro titles for the month of October. You may remember that Unto the End was officially announced as a Pro title that would land October 1st, but that now needs to be adjusted as it will be added to the Pro lineup December 10th. While no sort of official reasoning has been given by Google, it is pretty much speculated to be due to the fact that the game came out a year ago on December 9th. And since it was also a Stadia Maker's title, there could be a clause within the contract that is making this happen. That's just pure speculation on my behalf. I've been reading it among the community, and I just think it kinda makes sense considering it's coming out immediately the day after. With that news out of the way, let's quickly focus on this new feature that's rolling out across Stadia right now. And this is a pretty big one, because it's voice chat support for Android. It's fair to say that this is a highly requested feature, and it has been sorely missing from the Android Stadia app. The fact is that many people out there now consider voice chat and party systems to be an essential part of playing a game. Being able to group up and play a multiplayer game together and use comms is an essential part of most competitive multiplayer experiences, especially in games like Rainbow Six Siege. So the fact that you can now be playing Siege on your mobile phone using whatever controller you want and still be a part of the same party with a friend playing on PC is a huge step forward. It's certainly not a groundbreaking feature by any means. It's not trying to do anything new like Phone Link, but it is an essential feature that will probably get more use than anything else. All in all, it's great to see it here, but now let's move on to the next news story, and that revolves around a game that got leaked through the PEGI ratings board. Now, I do need to point out that just because the game has shown up on PEGI doesn't mean it's officially announced for Stadia. It's always best to wait for official confirmation. But the reason I'm discussing it here right now is because most games that come out on these ratings board do eventually come to Stadia sooner rather than later. The title in question this time is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. This is a title in which you can relive the story of Goku and other Z fighters and fight in epic battles as you experience life in the Dragon Ball Z universe where you fight, fish, eat, and train with Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and others. I'm a pretty big Dragon Ball Z fan myself, and I definitely know others in the community have been wanting to see this game arrive on Stadia. From what I've heard, this title is definitely much more of an RPG experience, and that's kind of piqued my interest. And while I know these types of games aren't for everyone out there, it's great to see more anime-inspired titles arrive on the platform. Next up, let's talk about that Stadia Premier Edition deal you should certainly take advantage of. I need to preface this by saying that this offer is only valid in the US, UK, Ireland, Netherlands, Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Finland, Austria, and Switzerland. Sadly, us Canadians are being left out this time around, and I gotta say, it kinda stings because I would have loved to take advantage of this deal. So what exactly is the deal? Well, if you purchase or pre-order any game that's valued at $59.99 US or more, or whatever equivalent exchange rate you got, and as long as you make this purchase before October 10th, 2021, you'll score a free Stadia Premier Edition. This is an absolutely fantastic deal with some great timing, because if you plan on picking up FIFA 22 tomorrow, or maybe Far Cry 6 next week, you qualify. I also want to point out some additional info about this offer. If you do still have your $10 off promotional code, and you do use it on this purchase, you will qualify for the deal. Likewise, I should clarify that you need to make the $59.99 purchase on one game. That means you can't buy multiple games that equal that price and get this offer. You need to spend it all on one. If for some reason you're not interested in the likes of Life is Strange True Colors, Far Cry 6, or even FIFA 22, may I recommend Sekiro Shadows Die Twice? It's a fantastic port of the game, and while it is hard, it is super satisfying. While that covers all the major headlines for Stadia news today, there is one more Stadia related topic I want to discuss here. It's about Capcom's recent survey regarding their Tokyo Game Show Monster Hunter Spotlight event. Well, that's because in the survey they actually ask you for what your primary gaming platform is, and Google Stadia is an option here. So if you have any sort of interest in getting Monster Hunter on Stadia, I would implore you to actually do this survey and select Google Stadia as your primary gaming platform. I'll put a link to it down in the description below so you can answer it if you feel like, but this is a title that I deeply care about and have been wanting on Stadia since day one. Either way, that wraps up this Stadia news day. If you enjoyed the video or found it helpful at all, be sure to hit that like button as it really does help the channel out, and if you're wanting more content like this, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as well. As always, thank you for watching the video. This has been the Virtual Cloud, giving you the latest and greatest on everything cloud gaming and VR related, and until next time, I'll catch you in the clouds.